Good afternoon, Penn Trafford, and welcome to our winter sports update. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Michael.
Today we will take a look at the winter sports seasons that are now underway. We will start things off with the basketball teams, and then we'll swim over to the pool to see what they are striving for this season.
Then we'll take a trip to the rink to see how the ice hockey team is doing. Finally, we will check in with the bowlers and the rifle team members. But now, our basketball story.
Currently, the boys and girls basketball teams are pursuing a spot in the playoffs. We sent Michael Shuley to learn how the teams plan to shoot for success.
With the girls' basketball season well underway, I decided to check in with the team to hear their thoughts on the season.
We expect to compete for one of the top spots in the section. We're getting better, a little bit better each day, and getting some kids back from injuries, and got off to a good start, but we got a long way to go.
We want to try and win the section and make it back to the WPIAL finals.
Our expectations are to win the section, and mostly we want to beat Norrin twice this year.
Our expectations are to beat every team in our section, win the section, and for sure beat Norrin and Hempfield.
I like our balance. We can go big and play a good half-court game, and maybe our biggest strength is our speed. We can go 5 guards, 4 guards, and use our speed to harass the other team up and down the court and maybe get some easy layups in transition.
We're a very quick team, and when our shooting's on, it's on. We have our key role players who do their jobs really well.
I think our weaknesses are that we don't have much chemistry yet. Our team needs to get more confident, and foul shooting.
Definitely our foul shooting. That's a big part of the game, and a little bit of our communication. Sometimes we don't talk, but talking kind of will help us get better.
The uniqueness of this team is the speed of the team. It's been probably our fastest team in the last 3 or 4 years. So hopefully we can use that to our advantage throughout the season.
We get along really well on and off the court. There's no dissension that there is usually between girls teams. We're all pretty close, which helps us play well together in the games.
After checking in with the girls' team, I decided to stop by and see what's going on with Mr. Rocco and the boys' basketball team.
I think our expectations are as they have been for 25 years, and it's really to be the hardest working bunch every single night, to improve individually and collectively to really just get the most out of who we are. We constantly say every practice and every game, we just need to be PT.
Obviously, we like to get off to a strong start in the section, win a lot of games, and then make the playoffs and go from there, make a run hopefully.
I think we shoot the ball really well. I think we also, which is somewhat unique now in sort of a me society, is I think our guys like each other, and I think we play for each other. I'm really excited about our skill level. I think our skill level has improved immensely since last year and even when we first got here. And I think our youth too. I think we're an incredibly young team, and I think that youth, there's a lot of excitement about our guys, even with our varsity and JV program all the way down into our 4th grade program. I think if we're going to be incredibly competitive and win a championship this year, we're going to have to rebound the ball better. We're working really hard on that. Our positioning has to get better defensively, our transition defense. I think we're doing a better job of that. It's tough when you have such young guys. There'll be times when you'll see us play 4 sophomores and a freshman, and those are young, slight guys going up against teams that are mostly seniors. It's very unusual to see a team play as many sophomores as we do and underclassmen. Fortunately, we have 2 incredible seniors in Joe Salisi and Cam Siegfried, and they're such solid guys and such good players that they're able to lead younger players.
So there you have it. Both the boys and the girls basketball teams are promising and loaded with young talent. Make sure you come out and support your Warriors tonight, as both teams will be hosting Penn Hills. The swim teams have started off the season strong with a 3-0 overall record and a 1-0 record in the section. The renovations of the pool have given the Water Warriors a new look. Last night's meet against Hempfield was canceled and rescheduled for tonight at 6 o'clock. Dylan Cleland went to the pool to dive deeper into the team's goals and traditions.
With the new renovations to the pool, this season the Water Warriors hope to embrace the new look while holding on to traditions of the past.
Well, we always have very high expectations here. We've had an enormous amount of tradition. And so coming into each season, we expect to win. We are expecting to win the section. We expect to send kids to Whitfields. We expect to send kids to states. And this year is no different. We definitely are going to try for all of those things again.
The expectations are really high, I believe. I mean, I want us to be section champs this year, which means we have to go undefeated.
As captain, obviously my role is to be a strong leader on the team, particularly for the girls swimming and diving team. We not only show leadership in the pool, but also out of the pool. We try to organize events.
It's actually pretty cool. When I came here my sophomore year from Norrin, I really didn't feel part as the Penn Trafford community really. But to know that over these past few years I've become a Penn Trafford community, and that people look up to me as a leader is kind of nice.
As you probably saw from the wall, we have 9 seniors, and that's a relatively big class. And we have a lot of experience among that group. In addition to them, our juniors have a lot of swimming experience, and even our sophomores have a lot of swimming experience. And we really expect them to all be leaders in and out of the pool.
After discussing the expectations of this year, we took a look at the traditions that the Water Warriors have developed over the years.
Yeah, when I first came to this program, I kind of asked the kids, what do we do? What do we usually do for this? And there were really no answers. So we really tried to set up a tradition as far as how we approach the big meets. We have some rituals that we do. We have rituals for before each meet, during each meet, and even after each meet.
I would say upholding tradition is probably our most, probably our biggest job as captains. We have our secret fishy, for instance, on the girls swim team, bringing little gifts, upholding that tradition, writing inspirational signs to our secret fishies. That's definitely something we like to keep going year to year.
Before we left, we asked their thoughts on the renovations to the pool area.
Oh, it's beautiful. We have so much more deck space. It's there's actually lights in here this time.
One of the big things is probably if we did this interview a couple years ago, you'd need lights, and having it this bright is really nice. I'm standing right now at the exact spot where there was a wall. And so everything on this side of me is new deck space. Back behind me, you can see these blocks. And they probably are one of the best things about our renovation is the starting blocks. They're really, really nice. They're a lot larger. They have some fins on the back and rails on the side that help the kids to get faster starts.
I think our swimming and diving team is going to be really exciting this year. We're going to bring a lot of energy, exceed a lot of expectations, I sure hope. So please come out, support us, see us.
Make sure to check out the Water Warriors when they host Franklin Regional this Tuesday at 6 p.m. This has been Dylan Cleland for PTV.
With the bowling season rolling along and many games to look forward to, Brendan Burns and Sarah Gabani talked with some of the players on the team to see what the expectations are this winter.
The bowling season has started up for this year. We sat down with the players to see what they're thinking about for this season.
My goal for the team is to win the sections. The sections really aren't that hard. The main 2 teams are probably Norwin and Hempfield. Those are our biggest problems this year. They were last year too. But yeah, I think that winning sections would definitely be our top priority this season.
Just I don't know, work harder and bond as a team. Obviously make it to states.
Season's going pretty good. We're 2-1. Our wins against York and Greensburg Central Catholic that we won 7-0, and then we lost to Hempfield 7-0.
So far we're 2-1. We won both of our matches 7-0, but we also lost 7-0, and that one was to Hempfield. So we really have to win those kind of games. I think I joined the bowling team because I actually thought I was okay at bowling. I mean, there's not many people that actually try and bowl.
I joined it because my friend was on it and he convinced me to, and I always liked bowling, so I just decided to pick it up.
I joined the bowling team because I've been bowling since I was 8 or 9, and my sister was on the bowling team. So it's just kind of like a fun thing my family's been doing for a lot of years.
My friend said it was a fun sport and I could join, and hey, free bowling, so.
The best thing about the bowling team is probably the people, the people that we bowl with. A lot of us are just like to goof around, and I think that's probably the best part about bowling.
Obviously the people, and just like, it's a free sport that you don't typically get to do for free, so it's easy to pick up and a lot of fun to do with friends, and we just take it, we're very carefree about it, so yeah.
The best thing about the bowling team is easily the people here, because we just have a great bond, and it's fun to just bowl with your friends and goof around and just have a lot of fun.
That's all the details with the bowling team. Good luck to all the bowlers on the team. This has been Brandon Burns and Sarah Gavani reporting from PTV.
The Warrior hockey team is looking to turn things around in the second half of the season. Primarily led by seniors, the team is charging ahead at full steam. Matt Simkovic skated on down to the Center Ice Arena to meet with some of the coaches and players.
This year, the PT Warrior hockey team has big hopes. Being led by 14 seniors, the team is rallying up and giving it their all this season. I had a chance to sit down with Coach Rob Baker and senior forward Jesse Cox to get their thought on the team so far.
Been involved in PT hockey for about 10 years. Actually started the developmental program for the school.
I've been playing ice hockey for Penn Trafford about 6 years now, ever since 7th grade.
Well, I've been coaching many of you for several years. I don't know, I've gotten to care about this group of kids, and I want nothing but the best for them this year.
I think our team bond on and off the ice is pretty substantial. We've been working together for so many years now, and we just did our first out-of-state tournament, and it went pretty well.
I think we have great team speed, and to win at AA varsity hockey, you have to have good team speed.
I think the 2016-2017 season is going to be the best season yet. Got a ton of seniors. We're going to start winning games. Thanksgiving was our turning point, and we're ready to go now.
Well, I think with the group of kids that we have, we shouldn't have a lot of challenges. If we continue to work together as a team, as a group, and focus on not being individuals, we should have no limitations at all this season.
All the seniors, we're pretty hyped about playing this year.
That's all from Center Ice. Reporting for PTV, this has been Matt Simkovic.
The rifle team season is well underway, focusing on the team, one team at a time in their sights. We sent Nick Desmond to a practice to talk to the coach and some members about the season.
The Penn Trafford rifle team is fairly new to the school, and many students don't know much about it. I sat with a few members and the coach to learn more.
This is our third year, second year officially. First year was just basically a preliminary year for us to get started, and then we've been 2 years accepted into WPIALs.
I've been a part of the Penn Trafford rifle team for about 3 years now. That's how long we've had the club, but I've been shooting for 6 or 7 years. Yeah, the club is brand new, pretty much.
I mean, the first year we didn't have a lot of participants just because it wasn't really a well-known sport throughout the school. The second year we definitely, we went from having maybe 12 shooters to having like 17 to 20. This year I have over 30 kids. I have to say, whenever I take them to a match, I couldn't be more pleased with their behavior. They sit, they, keep to themselves, they're not loud, they're not disruptive. So, I'm very proud to travel with the team. I'm very proud to have other schools here. Whenever we have to shoot matches, they conduct themselves very well.
I get to share the sport I love with a bunch of different people, and it's really given me an opportunity to broaden my horizons with the people that I meet.
The prep period's just whenever we dry fire. It's whenever we take that time to get comfortable into our shooting position, and dry fire is basically firing without any bullets. Sighting people who sit behind you with scopes, they mark where your bullets are going on your paper, and if you're too far to the left, then you move to the right a little bit, and they just tell you where to move, up or down, left or right, to get your bullets into the center bullseye as close as possible. Okay, so the point system, there's 10 targets on the piece of paper that are scored. Altogether, it's 10 points, so 10 times 10, there you have 100. So for each ring that you shoot out, you're minus a point, so you can shoot anywhere between, obviously everybody gets points, so you don't have any Fs, but I know my highest score was a 98. And then X counts are a different thing. They're the actual ones that plug in the center bullseye. so you can get anywhere from 0 to 10 X's.
This has been Nick Desmond reporting for PTV.
All right, that's all we have for you in today's winter sports update. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Michael.
A couple things to mention before we sign off for the weekend.
We got a couple big games tonight. Swim team has their meet that was rescheduled for 6 o'clock. Boys and girls basketball will be hosting Penn Hills, and the cheerleading have their Whippeals tournament tomorrow at Hempfield, I believe that was.
Yes, it is at Hempfield. And how could you forget the AFC wildcard game on Sunday to wrap things up? The Steelers-Dolphins 105 Sunday.
Until then, have a nice weekend, Penn Trafford.